Hello everybody, welcome back to Life and Architecture. I'm Daniel, your host with the most, and this is an episode of Hiking with Daniel. But a little bit more than that. I did want to share this particular site is one of my favorite to come to and hike and just kind of clear the mind when things are particularly hectic. Have a huge draw to this. This is Black Partridge Forest Preserve, and we are just south of Lamont. I think it might be considered Lamont, Illinois. And so kind of wanted to do this video about two things in particular. One is to share the views, obviously, behind me, and another to kind of push myself and talk about why I appreciate the architecture of Frank Lloyd Wright, or what is it that makes, sorry, putting on my gloves. One moment, cut. Wanted to make this video about what to me makes Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture special, and why I one day will, or what I will one day design homes and buildings like. And this is a good site to talk about this, because if you're from the Midwest or know anything about the Midwest, you know, I live in Chicago, about 10 minutes down the expressway from here. But if you know anything about the Midwest or Chicago, you know that the landscape is completely flat. And that's so one of the things that I don't really feel gets talked about a lot about Frank Lloyd Wright is he really melded or molded the architecture of his buildings with the site. It was very site specific. So if you see a lot of his famous prairie houses in the beginning of his career, they had flat roofs, very long lines, and you know, they kind of appear to hug the ground, so to speak, and that would not really fit in a place like this. So I think for the most part, Wright got it right a pretty high percentage of the time with the landscape. There are some small percentages of buildings that look a little bit out of place. Maybe there was some time, he designed, I don't know, somebody's gonna fact check me here, but he designed for the better part of 60, 70 years. So, it's just like Jordan, his Michael Jordan, his shot percentage wasn't 100%, right? So he, there were some buildings and houses, maybe I could show a couple here, to distinguish, not to diminish him as an architect, because he designed over 700 buildings. But I would say like 95% are very, very, very much appropriate to the site. And all that to say that something flat with an overhanging roof and hugging the ground would not necessarily fit in here. And there's an interesting site. We are in the valley of the Des Plaines River. It's frozen behind me. But for this specific landscape, you would probably want to see a cliff edge to highlight that change in level. And I can show some pictures here on the screen and really highlight that, the view that you get from up here, which you guys were seeing a couple minutes ago. I got to watch my step here because it's pretty treacherous. I'm in about 6 inches of snow. You want to, so essentially that's part of what it means to meld the architecture to the site, is to frame the views that you're going to get out of it, but also how it looks from the street or from a particular angle. So in this case, you could kind of picture something kind of rising up the ground, maybe 15 feet up, 10 or 15 feet up, and having terraces that overlook this beautiful Des Plaines River Valley here. And I can kind of, you know, flash a couple of examples where Wright did that. So this is a very, very different type of site architecturally from what's common around here, around the Midwest. So, you know, what's more appropriate to this landscape is, like I said, something that hugs the ground. A couple other things that I would say is important for architecture. Whoa, blooper reel. A couple other things I would say that's important for architecture is having outdoor space. And you'd be surprised how easy it is to create outdoor space. And Wright was a master at doing this. And hiding it, you know, not making it readily obvious or apparent that there's a terrace. And I can kind of flash some pictures and videos. Hopefully I don't get dinged or anything on YouTube. I'll definitely put the link to where I get these clips and these pictures, because this is all about learning, right? And this is me kind of sharing my passion, which I'm very happy to do. And so yeah, that's kind of a little piece of what I see in architecture, and I hope to expand on it more. I know the architecture content's been a little bit light, but it's because it's something that's challenging to talk about. And I'm a firm believer that architecture is not this high-minded academic pursuit that, you know, you have to speak in words that are, you have to speak in the terminology of, you know, academia and use these vague terms. A lot of this stuff is fairly simple, and I'm a big believer that the more elegant that you can explain these things, the better you understand them. So, you know, that's kind of why I'm pushing myself to make this video. So I think that's about it. I will leave you here now, and more to come on the channel. This particular site actually looks as nice as it looks now. It looks completely like you're in like some type of like you're in the Appalachian Mountains or something, when the weather warms up. But I kind of wanted to take advantage of getting out here right now. We've had some 10-15 degree weather out here, and today I got lucky. It's about 35 Fahrenheit. So the you know, it's warm enough where I'm not freezing, but still the ground is pretty much frozen. But yeah, this place is going to be inaccessible probably for the next month or month and a half, when all the snow melts and makes this loose. But this spring I will be making more videos out here. I actually have a couple more videos that I'll clip in here. I'll edit in here, so you can kind of get an idea. And it's this place feels very sacred. For some reason I'm very drawn to valleys in particular. And you know, whenever there's a creek giving that water sound, very relaxing. I mean, this is just completely wholesome for the heart, right? So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit about architecture and me sharing this forest preserve. I encourage people to get out, especially in these times. You know, find your passion and chip away at it, and really, you know, build things one step at a time, because that's what I'm doing with this YouTube channel. One video a month, and you guys are along with me on the journey. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you all next month. Hope everyone's having a safe winter, and hope you're excited as me for the warmer weather. Bye now, guys.